Hi everyone and welcome to my place. I'm here to help Debbie. Debbie's dear dad is in care and he's got no flowers in his room. We've been through the flowers that we've got here at Prestige Botanicals and she just knows that he will love and adore these big red blousy magnolias. She wanted something, she said I could go high and I could have a little bit of drippy but not too much, and whatever else I thought would be lovely, just do it. And then I said to her, you know what, I might be able to make this a little bit holiday Christmas themed, and then after the holidays you can take the Christmas berries out and you will have a beautiful arrangement for all year. So let's just launch into it. Now the vase I'm using is, I've talked about this vase before and I really love this vase. I sprayed the bottom with just a little bit of, just spray painted it, and then I had to coupage this with black and white spots, and then I didn't like it. So I then just used Machete's chalk paint and put that over the top of it, and the recipe is included with the notes. So just leap into it and don't be afraid of painting on glass because that chalk paint works a treat. Now, Debbie wanted something that was a little bit drippy, and I am so pleased that I've got the ivy. I absolutely love it, and it's the color of spring growth, and that's what I really loved about this color and why I've selected it and created it, because this will lift any design, and I love the fall that it's got. So this will give, and because we've got the black here, and just going back a little bit further, the reason I use the black is because these magnolias have actually got a little bit of a black hue on them. It's very, very faint on the edges of the petals. So I just thought that putting the dark with the red would be a really lovely complement. Okay, now the next thing I've done is, because the vase is so deep and because the stems of the ivy aren't very long, what I've done is I've just got a bamboo skewer and I've used some Ziplocs, or we call them cable ties here, and you'll need two. So I've put one at the top here and one further down, and you do need to have two because if you don't, it will still wobble around. So this will just give the stability. And also by doing this, when you put the ivy into the cavity of your container, it actually helps to keep it in place. You don't need to do that, but trust me, it will fall eventually. So I've got two of those, so I'm just going to put one on either side. Remember that line, what happens on this side, repeat on the other. Now I'm not going to fiddle at this stage, I'll come back to fiddling when I'm finished, just want to get it done. And the other thing is the ivy will give it that lovely graceful fall, and also it helps to break the heaviness of the black container. To that I'm going to use 3 of the magnolias, and I have just bent these up. So Debbie, just take a good 3 inches off each of the stems, but that will depend on the length of the depth of your vase as to how long you have these. But this was pretty much the right length for me. So I've got 3 of those, and when you're putting 3s into something round, the best way forward is to just work like a triangle, equal distance between your placements, and you will get those nicely balanced. So one to there, and I'll turn that around and I'll put that to the back. Now, Debbie, I don't know whether this is going to be viewed from all round, but you can adjust the flowers as you get into it. Now, the other thing is the magnolias have got beautiful leaves, so use those too and extend those out so that you're actually able to view and see those, because that's just another green form. And I always like to work in 2s or 3s, like you've got the green of the ivy and then the different green of the magnolia, and it just makes a beautiful textural story. To that I thought, I hope you like these, Debbie, because I really love these. The black Montana rosehips. And what's lovely about these is it's part of that colour spectrum of the red. So you've got the black here, into these little rosehips here, there's a little bit of, I want to say blackberry, or with little tinges of maroon and a lovely sort of, marony purpley colour, which is going to add another texture. So I've got 3 of those. So I'm just going to put these between each of my flowers, and also now we're building up that another layer of green. So you've got the ivy, you've got the magnolias, and then you've got the leaves of the beautiful rose hips, which I think is really lovely. So we've got 3 of those, so equal distance, and then these are just going to be placed between the magnolias. And as I said, if you keep everything to the same length, then you're never going to have an issue. Now these little flowers need to be just opened up just a little bit, but I don't want to do that yet because I said to Debbie, we could take this to Christmas. So I didn't want to put anything glitzy or anything too busy in it, but what I really loved was these little rose hips, not rose hips, the little holly berries. So those little holly berries are going to connect through to the red. And remember how I've said over the past that when you're putting something big and heavy and like a primary colour, you've got to do a little bit of diffusion, because at the moment all that's happening is the eye is hitting those big blousy magnolias, and by putting in the hollyberry, that is going to help to diffuse the weight of those. But on its own, it's still beautiful because you can still see, like when I'm looking at these little rose hips, I can see that little burgundy maroni colour in there, which is also part of the red family. It's just one of those shades because the red got a bit of black added to it. So with these, I'm just going to put one into here. I don't know why I do such tall things. Oh, that's right. I did tall things because I was told I could. Now, I've just got a little bit of a problem in here, and it's because there's a magnolia leaf in the road. Phew, I like it when I solve that. So I'm just going to bring one of those over to there. I'll put that into there, and I have a fiddle up and make it look a bit neater than this. So I'll put one in the middle, one to there, and then I'll bring this other one around and over to this side. And remember, if you're new to designing, green is your very, very best friend because it adds a little bit of structure so that when you put your other flowers in, you've got a network in which to put them on. Beautiful, simple arrangement, perfect for any occasion, and I think for Christmas and into the holidays, this could be just beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed spending some time with me because I certainly have. I will see you all again another day. Bye for now.